They laughed at him, a boy with no armor, no sword, and no chance. In front of him stood a giant trained for war, a man who had never lost. Everyone else saw defeat, but David saw something different. He saw an opportunity for God to move. For 40 days, the giant Goliath stood on the battlefield, shouting insults, daring anyone from Israel to fight him. Morning and evening, his voice echoed across the valley, striking fear into the hearts of soldiers. Even the king was afraid. No one stepped forward. No one believed they could win. Then one day, a young shepherd named David arrived, sent by his father to bring food to his brothers. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't trained for battle. But when he heard Goliath's words, something inside him refused to stay silent. David asked, "Who is this man that he should defy the armies of the living God?" While everyone else saw Goliath as too big to fight, David saw him as too big to miss. When King Saul heard about David, he called him in. David said, "Do not lose heart. I will fight him." The king looked at him and saw only a boy. No experience, no armor, no chance. But David didn't rely on weapons. He relied on God. He said, "I have faced lions and bears while protecting my sheep. The same God who delivered me then will deliver me now." Saul tried to put his own armor on David, but it didn't fit. David took it off. Sometimes what works for others won't work for you. You have to trust what God has placed in your hands. So David stepped onto the battlefield with 5 smooth stones and a sling. No sword. No shield. Just faith. Goliath looked at him and laughed. "Am I a dog, that you come at me with sticks?" he mocked. The giant cursed him and moved closer, confident this would be an easy victory. But David didn't run. He stood firm and declared, "You come against me with a sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty. Today, everyone will know that there is a God who saves." Then it happened. As Goliath moved forward, David ran toward him. Not away, but toward the giant. He reached into his bag, took out a stone, placed it in his sling, and released it with precision. The stone flew through the air and struck Goliath on the forehead. The giant stumbled, then fell face down to the ground. In one moment, what seemed impossible became reality. The giant was defeated, not by strength, not by armor, but by faith. David proved that victory doesn't come from what you have on the outside, but from who you trust on the inside. The same God who gave David victory is still able to fight your battles today. So when you face your giants, don't run. Stand firm. Speak boldly. And move forward in faith. Because the battle is not yours, it belongs to God.